All right, I got a question for you, Coach Peach. Would you say that Muay Thai is MMA without grappling?
No. Because Muay Thai involves a lot of upper body grappling and striking in the clinch.
It's true, and I think what people are referring to when they explain this to the casual fan is like, if you love MMA, you're gonna love Muay Thai even more because it doesn't go to the ground. There's no ground grappling. It stays stand up. There's all this striking. Now, what One Championship is doing that's very different that I think you're gonna absolutely love is the fact that they do Muay Thai in small MMA 4-ounce gloves, which yes means a lot more action, a lot more knockouts, but it also makes it a lot more effective for not just the big punchers like Rodtang and Liam Harrison, but also the fighters like Michael Savas and Jonathan Haggerty that like setting up elbow strikes, that like manipulating their opponent's guards and hands and tie up the arms and catch the legs and control the head for sweeps. So we're going to talk about exactly that today. But first, we sat down and talked to someone who kind of started this movement, small gloves in MMA, one of the true pioneers and legends of Muay Thai, John Wayne Parr. Take a look.
He doesn't want to be moving backwards against Nicky Holzberg. Nice little trip right there.
So exciting. I sat in the crowd for the first 3/4 of the show before when I got prepared for the fight, the main event. And I was just astounded at how exciting every single fight was because of the small gloves. Every single person was looking for that potential knockout. I was such a big fan of MMA and seeing people fight in the cage. I was jealous. It's like, oh man, I want to fight in a cage. The cage is awesome. And it definitely changes the fighting style because you potentially not only can you knock them out, but they can easily knock you out like that as well. So with boxing gloves, I usually go closed fist, but with MMA gloves, it's open palm. Just because there's too many gaps with the closed fist. As soon as you do open palm, it's a lot better. So in that respect, it changes your style a little bit.
John Wayne Parr, thank you so much. You are a legend. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you for the interview.
So after talking to JWP, Coach Peach and I hit some pads to explore how striking and grappling strategies differ from Muay Thai and MMA. We then compared the standard Muay Thai boxing glove with the small 4-ounce glove used in one's Muay Thai rule set. In MMA, takedown defense usually takes precedent, which can lead to stalling against the cage or lulls in action once it gets to the ground. In Muay Thai, however, fighting against the cage and upper body clinching leads to more chances to land crushing elbows and knees and soul-sucking sweeps. Now, we're going to cover 3 concepts that you can expect to see in a one Muay Thai match where small gloves allow top-tier striking to truly shine. First up, higher rates of knockouts and more damage done. Less padding around the gloves not only means punches hit harder, but the defensive guard is naturally compromised, which leads to what we call threading the needle. More strikes land through or around the guard, just like we saw with Liam Harrison when he fought Muang Thai earlier this year. There were 5 knockdowns in the first round. Absolutely wild fight. Number 2, you're just going to see less stalling and more overall action. Like when fighters do enter the clinch, the small gloves allow them to more easily pummel their arms, advance their position, to set up devastating elbows and fight finishing knees. Check out this sequence from Nang O against Atut. You can see Nang O pull the hand down of his opponent to land a punch, follows up with an elbow, finishes it with a knee. Number 3, the small gloves allow for more catching and better control of the limbs. Like when we saw Savas Michael catch Singh Tanoi's kick, he switched the grip, transferring his opponent's leg from one hand to the other, stepped forward, and chopped out the support leg from underneath. Now, with all of these benefits that the small gloves offer, could someone argue that one's Muay Thai is more hardcore than MMA? Well, think about it. If smaller gloves means harder strikes, better control, more consistent action, and you've got the best pound-for-pound Muay Thai fighters wearing them, do you arguably end up with the most savage sport on the planet? Do you agree with that statement? Comment down below. Personally, for me, the thought of getting my knee blown out with a heel hook or getting ground and pounded into an oblivion is plenty savage. Luckily for you, with one, you don't have to choose. They got the best of everything. They got Muay Thai with small gloves, kickboxing with traditional 8 to 10 ounce boxing gloves, submission grappling, and MMA. Plus, they do Grand Prix and mixed rules matches. Have we already forgotten that Rodtang and Demetrius Johnson had a match earlier this year? Half Muay Thai, half MMA, absolutely crazy fight. You gotta go back and watch that one. Plus, it'll get you ready for this weekend. Friday, August 26th at 8 p.m. on Amazon. We got Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson rematching against Adriano Moraes, the reigning champ. Plus, we've got the best pound-for-pound Muay Thai fighters fighting with these small MMA gloves on this card. It's going to be absolutely insane. You don't want to miss it. So click the link down below for more information. This Friday, August 26th, 1 on Prime Video 1. Until next time, I'm Shane with Fight Tips for the Underdogs.